Coastal erosion is an unrelenting phenomenon which is of importance to the Maltese Islands, as the coast is one of the most intensely used and visited areas. Erosion along the rocky shoreline poses hazards to life, infrastructure, and cultural heritage. The Coastal Sitc project will use remote sensing to detect and monitor rock tilting and motion, which may be precursors to hazardous coastal landslides. In the Coastal Sitc project, researchers with the Department of Communications and Computer Engineering at the Faculty of ICT, as well as the Department of Geosciences with the Faculty of Science, are collaborating with the Public Works Department within the Ministry of Transport, Infrastructure and Capital Projects on a €150,000 project funded by the Malta Council for Science and Technology through the Space Research Fund, to use Earth observation data validated through in situ measurements to monitor coastal erosion over time. The two satellites, which make up the European Space Agency's Sentinel-1 constellation, are equipped with synthetic aperture radar, which actively transmits microwave signals towards the Earth and receives a portion of the transmitted energy as backscatter from the ground. This enables it to provide millimetric deformation estimates, which can be analyzed using persistent scatterer interferometry techniques. However, the data acquired suffers from speckle noise, which affects the persistent scatterer interferometry processing pipeline, and the resulting deformation maps and their interpretation. In the Coastal Sitc project, we'll use image processing, artificial intelligence, and deep learning techniques to address two key aspects of the pipeline: the denoising of the interferometric phase and the phase unwrapping. The Coastal Sitc project will encompass a total of 6 study areas located around the Maltese Islands. These are the northwestern coastline of Malta, Arlapsi, Blue Grotto, the Delimara and the Selmoon promontories, as well as the coastline of Nadur, where we're presently located. These 6 study areas account for 21.9 kilometers, or 8% of the total coastline of the Maltese Islands. In each of these 6 study areas, we will be identifying test sites where to install in situ sensors so that we can monitor local deformations of the coastline over a period of time. We'll also be gathering LiDAR data using drones in order to construct high-resolution digital elevation models of these areas. On a wider scale, we'll be using satellite data from the Sentinel-1 satellite of the European Space Agency's Copernicus program to gather data related to deformation and displacement of boulders in these areas. Together with simulation data, using physical models, we will build up a coastal erosion risk assessment tool, as well as a management plan for strategic planning for these 6 study areas. The Coastal Sitc project is a collaboration between the University of Malta and the Ministry for Transport, Infrastructure and Capital Projects. It is financed by the Malta Council for Science and Technology for and on behalf of the Foundation for Science and Technology through the Space Research Fund.